Right then, so as we know, Rusev is now back in the WWE. Rusev Day every single Monday night on Raw, it's looking like. So, yeah, but the big question is, what is actually next for Rusev? What does he do in his first feud back in WWE? Obviously, he did come out on the Raw after WrestleMania. He came and beat up Tozawa and Otis, gave Otis the accolade, made him pass out. So is that a feud? I mean, two big guys going at it. That might be a match they do at Backlash. I mean, two big guys going at it, give them, 5 to 10 minutes and, they wreck each other if we're being completely honest. And obviously Rusev should win that match. I don't mind that feud whatsoever. Then Rusev wins that and possibly pushes on for the US title or the IC title or something like that. It would be the IC title because that's the title on Raw. Him versus Dominic, but they want Dominic to drop the title already. But yeah, Rusev and Otis. Let's get that done. Otis deserves a big feud on a premium live event. Do that, Rusev and Otis. It would be a good match. I mean, the build up, wouldn't be anything amazingly special to get us really hyped. But we know as WWE fans, we be in for a big match and, two powerhouses going at it. So, yeah, do that one. That is completely fine with me. You can't have Rusev come out and attack Otis on the Raw after Mania. And then suddenly, both guys have suddenly moved on. That is what they're building to, in my opinion. And, yeah, I'm all down for it. I'm happy with that, to be honest with you. That is completely fine with me. Do Rusev and Otis at Backlash. I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if that ends up happening on Raw next week. But if you really want to make Rusev feel like a big deal, stick him on the premium live event in Backlash. Do that. And Otis deserves a big match like that as well. So, yeah, it's good for them both. It is good for them both. Rusev deserves attention. Let's do that. But after that, where does Rusev actually go? Where does Rusev go? I don't know if they'll put him in with Dominic, but if we're being real, Rusev can probably be the guy to go in there and absolutely obliterate Dominic Mysterio in a match down the line and win the title and win the IC title off of Dominic. And it wouldn't really affect either way if Rusev absolutely destroys Dominic, because it can still kind of link into Dominic's character anyway. So it don't really matter if he gets annihilated. He's still Dominic Mysterio, and he'll be doing his thing anyway. I feel like Dominic's still got that status right now where a massive loss where he gets obliterated can't even really hurt him too much. He's just so over by getting booed all the bloody time as a heel. So I don't really see any problem with that at all. Rusev winning the IC title off him and being the one to beat him. I think that is what should happen. But I don't think they should do it just yet. Although Dominic does seem like the kind of guy that, he would lose the title in his first defense, really, for being real. But, I mean, they could do Rusev versus a Grande Americano. No. Scrap that. I think they could do Rusev versus Penta, Ray Phoenix, something like that. They might stick him in kind of like a bit of a feud on Raw where they're going at it for a few weeks. That might even be what they're doing with Otis. But I want to see Rusev in a big feud, and he's got to win a title. He's got to win a title. They can't bring him back for no reason and just bury him by doing nothing with him. Do something with Rusev. Make him worthwhile this time round. And I feel like, Rusev's came back and he's a bigger deal than what he already was previously before, when he was originally in WWE. I feel like he's a bigger deal now. I mean, we had a few singles titles here and there. He had the US title, Rusev, but yeah, I want to do more of him. I mean, possibly though, I wouldn't even mind if he just went to SmackDown from now on, though, if I'm being real. There could be more things for him to do there. I mean, a match I would have said I would have liked with Rusev versus Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker's doing his thing with Seth and Paul Heyman now. I mean, they could, if Seth won the world title off of Jey Uso or Braun won the world title off of Jey Uso, I wouldn't mind seeing Rusev go at it with one of them, or just on a random match on Raw, we see that, and Rusev has a good showing. I'll tell you a match I would like to see, and that is Rusev versus Braun Strowman. I feel like that could be a good feud. But as well, though, even a better one, if Rusev does move over to SmackDown, they do Rusev versus Jake Fatu for the US title. I mean, that is probably better than, have Rusev beat Otis, then, you know, it's better than Rusev taking the title off Dominic Mysterio. Rusev and Jake Fatu, what a match that would be, you know, a similar kind of build and, you know, powerhouses. Do that match. Do that match. Rusev and Jake Fatu. That is a good match. That is a good match. I would like to see that. But yeah, whether that happens or not, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to see what WWE decide to do with Rusev. They're just my possibilities of what could happen. But I think it's really good that Rusev is back. I mean, you know, Aleister Black might be coming back. Could we see something happen with him and Rusev? I mean, there's many things that we could go down. I mean, you know, Rusev could be next for Cody Rhodes. I mean, I do think it's best that he actually moves to SmackDown. Really, fully bloody thinking about it, is actually best that he moves to SmackDown. Rusev could be next in line for Cody Rhodes. I mean, Cody would probably have to win. And would you want Rusev to lose this early? But as long as Rusev has a good showing against Cody, it's fine, I think. You know, just make them both come out of it looking good. So, yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, thank you all for watching.